Shalom, shalom. I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makakwadash. That will honor us to the apostles, the elders, and the men of great millstone, as well as those men that preach and teach the likewise doctrine. No compromises, no mixing to fix it. Shalom to all the Akim and a few Agwas who may be listening. It's your brother Batakallah.
Brother Yahweh.
We with the GMS camp here in Chicago. Coming back at you with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. And we're going to get the scripture real quick, then we're going to break it down. This is the book of Micah, chapter 7 and verse 10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her unto me. And shame shall cover her with said unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire in the streets. And that's what's coming to a lot of you women today. You know, the inspiration for this lesson was a video that's went viral on the internet of this quote unquote stud. She probably a Jake. She looked like an Edomite, but she a little stud chick.
That LGB community.
That looked like Justin Bieber. And she was on the plane trying to rebuke this dude that's on swole. He looked like an Edomite. He probably a Jake too, but
he looked like he could be a Jake.
Dude was on swole and probably 6'1", 6'2".
Over and over. And we big guys, pause. But we in the physical. We big guys. We know when we see big guys, and we train. We do martial arts. We lift weights. We know when we see a big guy. This guy could have fucking flicked her like a fly and broke her damn forehead.
And she was trying to
Stupid, man.
She was trying to pull that I recognize as a man bullshit to him, and you know this dude just doing his job, trying to properly check people into the plane. And you know, based on the way she checked into the plane, her identification, according to the United States government, say that she's a woman. But she do that I recognize as a man shit, and she didn't want to show him her ID and didn't want to acknowledge that she was a woman. So, you know, this dude can lose his job for just letting somebody that don't want to verify their identity on the plane.
That's right.
So he wasn't even in the spirit of disrespect when the video first started. He was cool. He was asking nice, trying to be cordial with this demon. And this bitch just talking crazy to him because all these women got a spirit of being comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they got a spirit of they don't think that a man is going to do nothing to them. Mm-hmm. All right? And I got another one real quick. Hold on.
I'm holding some. Go ahead. Bring that up.
Okay.
Pause. Yeah, man, because the brother's saying right, they have a false sense of hope. And they have a false sense of security in this society, man. And that was given to them by the so-called white man. You know, Flavor Flav and Public Enemy had a song back in the day that's going to come to a true prophecy. It's going to be a saying in Israel. It's a proverb in Israel right now. Now, it always is. Because in the hood, they don't come. But what was the name of the song? 911 is a joke. It say, get up, get down. 911 is a joke in your time. It's going to be a joke. Ain't going to be no fucking 911. Ain't gonna be no lights on. Ain't gonna be no heat. Ain't gonna be no hot water. It damn sure ain't gonna be no flaming hot potato chips, man. And the people out here, man, he said, because iniquity shall abound and love of many shall wax cold, man. Right now, when you know, when you have resources like you know, running, I'm not even talking about grocery stores, I'm talking about heat and running water. When you deprived of these necessities, the nature, you're going to see, I tell people all the time, even when dealing with these Edomites, the times change. The scriptures say he shall seek to change the times and laws. The things that go on in the earth and that you're openly penalized for, those have changed. But the spirit of people never changes. All right, the spirit of people never changes. So when all the lights shut off, you're going to see everybody's true colors, man.
That's right.
When all and you women are going to be the butt of that joke, literally.
That's right.
911 is going to be a fucking joke. And there's so many women right now that's chained up in the basement around the city of Chicago, let alone around all these countries and hick-ass towns. And he said if they do that in the dry tree In the green tree, how much more when it is dry?
That's right.
So niggas doing this while they got the ability to go to the strip club. They can pay for pussy. It's easy to get pussy. You got some game, which most niggas ain't got that.
Shit, they doing it now where they can get
Yeah.
caught and get slammed for that shit and go to jail forever if they get caught doing this shit. And the dry tree ain't gonna be no more jail. Ain't gonna be none of that shit. All
Exactly.
these niggas that's in jail right
Exactly.
now.
You watch this Salaki. You watch that fucking Criminal Minds and shit.
Yeah.
The NCSI, that shit happened. They really know that they can risk they fucking, go ahead, bro.
Yeah. They doing it now with where it's consequences to doing it as far as, carnally speaking. Cause, if you're doing that, the Lord gonna get you. But, carnally speaking, Esau, if they catch you doing that shit, they gonna have to bring the hammer down on you. They not gonna be able to let that shit slide, depending on who you are.
Can I bring this out real quick?
Come on.
This is going into what the brother's saying. This is Isaiah 32 in verse 9. It says, rise up, because the brother had mentioned earlier that she was comfortable to speak to that man, like that, because they comfortable. But it's Isaiah 32 and 9. It says, rise up, ye women that are at ease. See, these women are at ease. Like the brother was saying. Say, hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Many days, this is the Lord's speech, man. Scripture say the things that are written aforetime are for our learning. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength and the salvation. What, the wisdom and knowledge of what? Not Dr. Umar.
That's right.
Not the fucking, the Ma'at, the Quran, the Bhagavad Gita, the Catholicism, the Christian, the T.D. Jakes. No. The wisdom of this knowledge of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And this is that knowledge.
That's right.
This is the spirit of wisdom telling us this is what will happen in the latter days.
That's right.
Verse 11. It says, tremble ye women that are at ease. Be troubled. Those are not comforting words, man.
That's right.
Those are truthful words. It says, be troubled, ye careless, when strip you, make bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, and for the fruitful vines. So, because all this shit is going to be gone.
That's right.
It said, upon the land of my people shall come up thorns and briars, yea, upon the houses in the joyous city, because the places shall be forsaken, and the multitude of the city shall be left, and the force of the tower shall be for the dens, forever. That's here. It said, a joy of wild asses and a pasture. We're going to get, after it goes bad, it's going to be good. But it's going to only get worse before it gets good.
That's right.
And the women are going to be the butt of that, man.
That's right.
And ultimately, they have to suffer their judgment because they're Israelites, all right? And the Lord said that, as it is written, all Israel shall be delivered. There'll be a deliverer in Zion. So they're going to come back on the other side, but they have to get penalized before they get the good. And somebody has to receive salvation for what's about to come, because the Lord said what in Isaiah 32? He said, Salaki, this is Isaiah 32. Yeah, it's the first verse. I'm going to read it. It says, behold, the king shall reign in righteousness. In Isaiah 32 and 1, behold, the king shall reign in righteousness. And this is how you know it's talking about the same time. And princes shall rule in judgment, and a man shall be a hiding place. It said a man. What's a man? A man that serves Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. What makes you a man? Keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. He said to fear Yahweh and keep his commandments. This is the whole duty of man. That's what makes you a man.
That's right.
So those men are going to be the men that's going to be able to deliver these women before the kingdom of heaven established and before we get that joyous time.
That's right.
All right? But you have to be one of those men. And Yahweh forbid you fuck over one of those men. But if you do, you have one of the worst judgments ever coming.
That's right.
Fucking around on the man of the Lord. It says, a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind. And what is wind? Wind represents destruction. All right? That's why when you read the book of Revelations, it said the angels held the four winds.
That's right.
All right? That wind goes into destruction. It said a covert, that's protection, from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, like an oasis. You ever seen those movies where they're in a desert and they want the shit so bad, it's like an oasis. All right, that's but a real oasis. It said that's how valuable a man is gonna be. It said in the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. All right, so that's gonna be you women only protection, and most of you women, you Israelites, especially you Israelite women, especially you black women,
That's right.
you jigaboos, y'all ain't got that.
That's right.
But go ahead, brother, because this is just going into what the brother said. That comfortability is gonna be gone.
Con, and a lot of you so called, because you just females, you ain't women, but
That's right,
a
brother.
lot of you females,
Salakia. That's right.
a lot of you females gonna find out the hard way. Cause see the way that things is going right now, you know, y'all in the spirit of, well, as long as I look like this or I look like that, you know that I can just act however I want. I can do whatever I want to do, and you know because I look good, all this shit can slide. But see, a lot of you bitches really don't actually look good. You have a lot of glamours and augmentations that have to be kept up to make you look a certain
Can I
way.
read a little bit more of this?
Con.
It says, upon the land of my people, this is back in Isaiah 32 and 13, where I left off while I went back to 1. It says, upon the land of my people shall come upon thorns and briars, yea, upon all the houses of joy in the joyous city. And what are they doing right now? Like the brother said, they getting fucking augmentations. They in Babylon, man. Hey, look, before we get to the kingdom of heaven, we gonna have to be in Babylon, man. But they are down here having a fucking ball. This is the freest that women have ever been, but also the most unprotected that women have ever been. Because they're the fucking freest they ever been.
Right.
It says, because the places shall be forsaken, and the multitude of the cities shall be left. The force of the towers shall be for dens forever, a joy of wild asses, and a pasture of flocks, until the Spirit be poured upon us from on high. Who? Who is the Spirit going to be poured upon? Those men that he spoke about as their cover. It said, in the wilderness be a fruitful field, and a fruitful field counted for a forest. Then judgment shall dwell in the wilderness. Fucking Satan, man. It says, then judgment shall dwell in the wilderness, and the righteous remain in the fruitful field. So we're going to be the ones to dictate the path in natural order. The true men of the Lord, man.
Con.
We're gonna get that blessing in this place. This place has to be destroyed before that is established. And you women don't look. This brother talking about augmentations and stuff. Yeah, that's cool, but ain't gonna be no pads.
Yeah,
Ain't
I was
gonna be
just
no,
going, yeah.
You know, ain't gonna be no pads.
Con.
You know, just a day with a bitch not washing her ass. A bitch stinks.
Yeah.
It's really gonna be rough for you women, man. But go ahead, brother.
I was gonna say that too. Like, you know, a lot of you chicks, you know, you're gonna be put in a position where you're gonna have to make an impression on a man of the Lord, and you ain't took a shower in a week or 2 weeks, and you're gonna have to make an impression on somebody in that state, and that's gonna dictate whether you live or you die.
Yep,
and a lot of you,
Lord gonna really know it though.
Yeah, but a lot of you bitches ain't got it. A lot of you bitches ain't got it in the tank, man.
Nope.
To be able to make an impression in that state, cause a lot of you bitches in the state you in now fall very well short of the desired results, man. As far as behavior and mentality, you know, but this is why. This is Jeremiah 31 and 22. How long will thou go about, O backsliding daughter? For Yahweh hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. And, you know, we had to deal with this, you know, because of, you know, it's a rebuke on us. But see, you women have been brought into an environment, especially when we talking about 40 and under, have been brought into an environment where, you know, you've been promoted past the man in all things. They even got bitches thinking they can beat niggas up now. You know? And niggas is going to jail for defending themselves against women that's assaulting them with weapons. And you cold cock a bitch for assaulting you with a weapon, and you liable to go to jail.
And it ain't nothing wrong with doing that. But, you know, it's not wise to do it in this soft ass kingdom. But if you gotta defend yourself, you fucking defend yourself.
Con. You want to
No, I'm
live.
just saying, if you gotta defend yourself.
Con.
Don't be in that fucking Debo.
That's a female spirit. Yeah, no,
ignore
fuck all
that
that.
spirit,
Slap the
bro.
bitch. But that's what's making these bitches bold. In the video, when the chick was talking to this Jake, she telling him that she more of a man than he is
Oh, she
as a
said,
stud.
she had said, you want to deal with this man to man, and he said, well, that's impossible. She said, why? He said, it's only one man standing here. That's what he told her.
Yeah.
He said, it's only one man standing here.
Yeah.
She said, you want to deal with this man to man? He said, I can't. She said, why not? He said, it's only one man standing here. What are you doing?
Yeah. And see, these women, they got that. They don't feel like they can be touched, man.
But the being, and that's one thing I wanted to mention when I said the spirit of people. I had meant to say that when I said the spirit of people don't change. This is a new thing in the earth, and that's the spirit that it came out in season. Because that right there, that's a new thing in the earth.
Yeah.
It's a new thing in the earth where a dude don't slap the shit out of a bitch.
That's right.
In the ancient world, they had that fear, man.
Yeah, for sure. It
That,
wasn't.
know, even the last 50 years ago, they had that, like the brother said on the 40. 50, they really had that fear. The cops wasn't coming because a nigga slapped this bitch, man.
Yeah, man, and a lot of
Cops,
times too,
man.
like I've heard certain old heads say, especially in particular walks of life, but they'll say like, you know, if they chick got out of line with another man, they'll let the other man physically rebuke the bitch in the physical along with them doing it. You know, this is the times that we coming from where it wasn't no bitches getting out of line, you know?
Or they got dealt with.
And in the ancient world, bitches getting stoned for shit like that.
And listen, and we not advising you brothers to go out there and hit a woman. But look, and I'm gonna tell you something. If you brothers with your woman, or a woman you dealing with, or a bitch you fucking on, preferably white. But if you know, or non-black, any non-black woman, you know. But if you even with your nigga woman, if it's a woman and that woman with you, man, and a girl try to attack that woman, you knock that bitch out. You protect your bitch, man. You protect your family. Even if this a bitch that I'm just fucking on. Like, that's disrespect to you, man. So it's a difference. But I'm not telling you to go home and drink 40 ounces of beer and beat your bitch.
Yeah.
But I'm not telling you to do that. Don't do that. Because that ain't no game, man. That ain't no self-restraint. When you know you can jeopardize your life. What type of wisdom is that, going home and beating your bitch? But I'm using the other situation because that's self-defense, man. Can I read this real quick?
Yeah.
This is 2 Kings 11. This is the high priest. This is the priest. This is 2 Kings 11 and 15. It says, but Jedoniah the priest commanded the captains of the hundreds and the officers of hosts. And this is because a woman tried to set herself up as queen in Israel. And that's what these women do. They set themselves up as queens, which goes into being a horse, a robust woman anyway.
That's right.
But this was the first woman that ever did it. It said, and said unto them, have her forth without the ranges, meaning drag her ass out. It said, and him that followeth her, kill with the sword. Wasn't no Debo that's a female.
Yeah. We a long way from that.
It said,
we a long way from where that is, man.
It said, and him that followeth her, him, it didn't say go get another chick. It said, and him that followeth her, kill with the sword. For the priest said, let her not, and it let you know they did it in order and it was righteous. It said, for the priest had said, let her not be slain in the house of Yahweh. So they drug her outside the camp and did it. It said, and they laid hands on her. They really got in the physical. It said, and they laid hands on her. He just said with the sword. And they laid hands on her, and she went by the way which the horses came into the king's house, and there she was slain. That's it. That's it. Ain't no one none of that shit.
And see, back then when they made an example of somebody, they made an example of somebody in front of everybody. And you know, I went into this in the lesson I did yesterday. And I went into this in the lesson I did yesterday about having to be in order and do things in the order, the way that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai set it up, in order to be able to not be affected by the shit Esau set up to trip niggas up out here, man.
That's right, brother.
You know? And this is something big that niggas stumble and fall on. Allowing chicks to talk crazy, allowing chicks to get away with certain shit. Now, like the brother said, you know, don't go out here slapping bitches or nothing like that, because, you know, you'll have to answer to Esau for that. And that's just not wise. And if you can avoid it, you avoid it. But that don't mean that you just hunky-dory about shit neither, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And when you put things in your life in order, it's a domino effect that come with that.
You niggas better lift weights.
You know, you start setting shit in order according to the way that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai want it to be, and shit is not gonna you not gonna be susceptible to a lot of this shit, because that's what the order is for, to put you in a position where you not dealing with certain problems and issues, and you not able to be conquered by certain shit.
Hey, I had mentioned earlier, the scriptures say the fear of the Lord is the whole duty of man.
You know?
You gotta be a man.
Because it's out of order.
Explaining is being a man.
Con.
That's what the brother's explaining. You have to be a fucking man.
Con. Cause it's out of order for a woman to be able to appoint herself as being the head of whatever operation you got going on. You know? Now, of course, we in captivity, so you gonna go to jobs and bitches gonna be in charge for the most part. But as far as your household, you supposed to be following the Lord and worshiping the Lord. And the Lord ain't with bitches being above men, man. Which is why that woman that tried to appoint herself queen got took out around back and got dealt with.
Straight dealt with.
You know? And that's the spirit you gotta be in. You can't allow, like how this Jake and this Jake that was working for the airline was actually in the right spirit in the video. Now, he probably lost his job for how that shit went down, but he was in the right spirit. He was really ready to get physical with this disrespectful ass demon, because at the end of the day, all of these studs, that's even more disrespectful to the Lord than a male Mo. Because all of these studs are just cartoon character versions of what these bitches think a man is.
Nah, both of them the same, man.
That shit is disrespectful to manhood.
It's vile affection, but it's vile affection, but it's definitely disrespectful to your manhood, bro.
It's disrespectful to all manhood. And that Jake was in the right spirit to really show her what a man is really about.
Yeah, because a gay male, right, like a Mo that's a dude, he's still less reluctant to fight a bitch. Now, some of them do it, but he's still less reluctant to fight a bitch because he know he's a man. To where he is a bitch, like you saying, a bitch, that's disrespect, because a bitch would jump up there. A gay dude would not want to fight a bitch because he still know he a dude. You know, but a bitch is so bold with her, so that's the difference. A bitch is so bold with hers that she'll try to jump up to get beat down. And the dude will still be like, you know, I'm still a nigga, like in the physical, but the nigga be gay.
Yeah.
And he be like, I'm not trying to fight her. But it still shows you that men still have more rational reason. Look, you and logic, you women are in for a horrible time, man.
Yeah, and you really set yourself up. And actually, really, it's the Lord that set you up, because the deceived and deceiver are His.
Absolutely.
And
perfect.
The Lord made it like this for a reason. Like the scriptures say, He put this new thing in the world for a reason, man. See, you bitches are comfortable. You bitches are so far gone and so deep into this shit, pause, as far as not feeling like you can be corrected, not feeling like you can be rebuked, feeling like you don't have to respect nobody.
That's the one. That's the one.
Feeling like nobody can touch you, and your ability to hide behind Esau is going to disappear overnight. You know, because like the brother said, once the lights turn off and all this shit break down, Esau's only concern is going to be protecting major thoroughfares. They not going to be worried about you bitches. Ain't going to be no going to court. Ain't going to be no going to jail. Jail's going to get empty. Once the power go out, jail's empty after that. You know? And these people not finna tolerate you flipping off at the mouth, man.
Man,
And
they
it's a
gonna
lot
be
of
looking
niggas
for
that
you
it's
to
a lot of
just
niggas
deal
that
with you, bro. Fuck flipping that. They gonna be on the hunt.
yeah,
Even,
yeah.
like all these niggas on fucking child support and
Yeah, getting
all
big
these
bitches getting niggas
people
fired and shit.
fired, bro.
It's a
Like,
lot of you hoes that's on the
man.
like how Arya Stark got a list of motherfuckers.
Yeah, I was
It's a
thinking
lot of
about that the other day
it's a
when she
lot
was
of
naming them.
it's a lot of you bitches who name is on somebody's list, man. But at the end of the day, man, you know all this negative and demonic spirit you bitches got on you is going to be changed by force.
Ouch.
And for those of you sincere women out there, get your mind correct and get your mind together now.
Just humble down to the Spirit of the Lord.
You know?
Whatever the Spirit of the Lord is, it's the Spirit. Hey, look, if you got a husband and he a man of the Lord, or you got any husband, you should humble down to him. But if your husband really a man of the Lord, man, and you with your husband, look, for you women out there with husbands, man, the best way for you to make it with your husband is this. And especially if he in this truth, man. Because he ain't going to tell you nothing morally or a thing that can get him condemned. See, that's what you feel you bitches don't realize. A man of the Lord that's in this truth is overseeing your life, man.
That's right.
He's not, just like he wouldn't tell the brother something that'll get him condemned, he's in charge of you.
That's
Of
right.
course he wouldn't tell you. So you do whatever he want, and he do whatever he want.
That's right.
I'm going to say this again. He do whatever he want, and you do whatever he want.
That's right.
I'm going to say it again. He do whatever he want, and you do whatever he want. That's it.
That's right.
And that's how you going to keep a man. But if that's not the case, it's not going to work.
That's right, man. And you know, I say it all the time. A lot of you women, your problem is that you never even considered or thought to consider how far humility will get you. Humble down and you'll find out. All right. But with that being said, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, and the men of great millstone, as well as those men preaching and teaching the likewise doctrine, no compromise, no mixing it to fix it. Shalom to all the Akim, and if you walk who may be listening, and Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. Until next time, Shalom, and the Bible ball.
Shalom.